Hey everybody, welcome to the Binch podcast. This is Sejun. I'm here with Kyo.
What up?
And today we are going to be talking about more bad news on the Binch podcast. Alright, so shit, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Visceral closed. EA shut down Visceral, and they are refocusing their Star Wars game. Let me see if I can't pull up the Visceral or the whole EA Visceral press release, right?
Yeah.
Because there was some language in it that I did want to talk about because it was that's interesting that you said that. So Patrick Sutherland, the guy who's he's a vice president of EA's I think he's just executive vice president. Mm-hmm. And he put out a blog. Let me see, or he wrote the blog that was put out. See if I can find it real quick. So anyway, it said something along the lines of pivoting the design. It had language like that. It had like we are gonna, we're following the market closely, and because of that, like this type of stuff, Okay, here, there's a quote for them. So the games we want to play and spend time with, the experiences we want to have in the games, and the way we play, all those things are continually changing. And so because of that, like, let me try and find a direct quote. I just want to find the blog post because I don't want to like. Oh,
dude, I got you.
Yeah. Let me toss that over.
Sent that over right now.
Perfect. That is what I need right now because I don't want anyone to get confused on what they're saying, because what they're saying directly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. An update on the Visceral Star Wars project. A change to one of our upcoming titles. So, let me read this first paragraph to you, okay?
Yeah, I'm seeing that right now.
Our industry is evolving faster and more dramatically than ever before. The games we want to play and spend time with, the experiences we want to have in those games, and the way we play, all those things are continually changing. So is the way games are made. In this fast-moving space, we are always focused on creating experiences that our players want to play, and today, that means we're making a significant change with one of our upcoming titles. Okay, our Viscerals. I just want to read this whole thing. How about that? Okay.
No, yeah. If anything, like this would be a thing where people could just come over and we'll just read the article for you.
Yeah. So okay, our Visceral studio has been developing an action-adventure title set in the Star Wars universe. In its current form, it was shaping up to be a story-based linear adventure game. Throughout the development process, we've been testing the game concept with players, listening to feedback about what and how they want to play, and closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace. It has become clear that to deliver an experience that players will want to come back to and enjoy for a long time to come, we needed to pivot the design. We will maintain the stunning visuals, authenticity in the Star Wars universe, and focus on bringing a Star Wars story to life. Importantly, we are shifting the game to be a broader experience that allows for more variety and player agency, leaning into the capabilities of our Frostbite engine and reimagining the central elements of the game to give players a Star Wars adventure of greater depth and breadth to explore. This move leads to a few other changes. A development team from across EA Worldwide Studios will take over development of this game, led by a team from EA Vancouver that has already been working on the project. Our Visceral studio will be ramping down and closing, and we're in the midst of shifting as many of the team as possible to other projects and teams in LA and EA.
Yeah, I was supposed to say.
Lastly, while we had originally expected this game to launch late in our fiscal year 2019, we're now looking at a new time frame that we will announce in the future. Bringing a new Star Wars game to life for every passionate fan out there is what drives us as creators. It's what has inspired us to deliver the massive new Star Wars Battlefront 2 experience launching in just a few weeks. It fuels our live service in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Making games in the extraordinary Star Wars universe is truly a dream for many of us at EA. And we have so many more experiences to come for players on every platform. We want to take the time to get each game right, to make it unique and make it amazing. We look forward to answering more of your questions and sharing more on our plans and timeline for this new Star Wars experience in months to come. Oh boy. Okay, so what do you make of that?
So it sounds like they're gonna make they're changing the single player on Battlefront 2, or they're just gonna make a new Star Wars game with Visceral Studio people.
No, this has nothing to do with Battlefront 2. So what they're saying is that the game that Visceral was making, this unnamed Star Wars action adventure game that was headed by Amy Hennig, who was director on Uncharted and Uncharted 3, I think.
Yeah.
That game, they're saying they tested it, and turns out they didn't like the idea that it was a one and done game. They didn't like the idea of a game they wanted a game that people could come back to, right?
Yeah.
So no, not Uncharted, and maybe more like something else. I don't know. What type of games do people come back to? What type of single player adventure games? I don't know. Like, I mean, hopefully this is something more like, we want to change the game to be more like Horizon or something, right?
But that's what I'm imagining.
I don't know, man. To me, I'm thinking it's gonna be like, they're wording about, we're looking at ever changing. What was it exact? Let me find the exact quote. It said, "We
are in."
Yeah, here we go. Closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace.
Yeah.
I mean, what has happened recently in the gaming marketplace sphere?
You said marketplace? Oh my god.
They said the word marketplace, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So I'm thinking,
we're still looking
how
at the
can we monetize this game so people buy it once and then they keep putting money into it, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, they mentioned Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. That's a free-to-play mobile game, which has loot boxes and stuff. That Battlefront 2 is going to have loot boxes and stuff. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch to see this game turn into like something closer to Shadow of War, or maybe even Destiny. Maybe it won't be a single player thing.
Yep.
I just and the biggest thing obviously is they're closing down Visceral Studios.
Yeah, company. Company.
Yeah, it's a studio that they own. EA bought Visceral, or maybe they've always had Visceral, but they made Dead Space for them. And I remember back in the day, Dead Space, they started making Dead Space. They changed. The EA is always doing this, right? They make a game with an IP, and if it's successful, Dead Space was successful. Okay. People liked Dead Space when it first came out. Yeah, so they said, all right, let's make Dead Space 2. And then they put multiplayer in Dead Space 2, right?
Yeah.
And this is at the time when the trend was to throw in multiplayer in video games to keep people from trading them in, right?
Yep. Yes.
Now, people did not really take to the multiplayer too well in Dead Space 2. Also, I mean, this isn't really a criticism, I guess. It's more of like a mainstreaming of video games, I guess. They changed the character of Isaac from a silent protagonist to a very talkative guy. They turned the game's tone from this like super horror focused thing to more of an action horror thing. Think Aliens, not Alien. Right. That's like the move they went with Dead Space. Now Dead Space 2 sold well from what I remember, but not as well as EA wanted it to.
Yeah.
At the time they added, this is crazy because it's funny because it's so relevant. So they added a component to Dead Space 3, right? Now you got co-op, right? Okay.
Yep.
because co-op was really in. But then you also
Yes.
had this crafting element in the game.
There it is.
You bought microtransactions to like speed up your crafting or whatever. That's what they did for that game, and that was very not well received. And I think the game suffered for it. And ever since then, the series has kind of been on hiatus. And Visceral didn't ever make another Dead Space game. They made Battlefield Hardline. That's the last game I remember them making. And then once this whole Star Wars deal happened with EA, it was exciting because, Star Wars Battlefront this is before Battlefront came out. Battlefront was a thing. It's like, how exciting. Battlefront's going to be out, DICE is making it, the people who make Battlefield. Those are good multiplayer shooters. Let's see how that does. Visceral's going to be making a single player game. Respawn, the guys who made Titanfall, the ex-Call of Duty people, they were working on something. All we saw for that was that it was like they're mocapping people using lightsabers. So some Jedi type game. How exciting for Star Wars. EA's got a lot of cool games on the horizon, it seems. Who knew that first of all, that the Amy Hennig Visceral Star Wars action adventure game was planned for 2019. That's a really long time away. Yeah. That's not even next year. It's 2 years.
No.
And on top of that, so first of all, it was far ways out. Second of all, they're looking. I feel like, how do you say this? Late to the party.
Yeah.
I feel like they were like, we can make more money out of this with loot boxes, and they missed the fact that, or I'm not saying exactly loot boxes. They never mentioned loot boxes, but I mean that's what I feel that they mean by that, or some sort of microtransaction. Some sort of keeping your money going. The game's not you don't pay for it once, you pay for it as a service type of thing. And I don't know, I just I just see them like thinking, like they said, like
it feels like they're 2 steps behind, right?
Right. And there was a huge part of this that like really kind of like turns my stomach in a way, because it's like the game that Visceral was working on isn't the game that we're eventually going to get. Whatever this game we're going to get is, I don't know what game this is, but
we're never going to see it now.
We're never going to see it. Maybe we'll get I'm
going to tell you this right now, June. This is literally Scalebound all over again. And we don't even know the name of that title.
This is like worse
now.
than Scalebound, because like Platinum didn't get shut down.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean? Like this is worse.
This is very bad.
They said that they're changing like the core. Wait, what was the exact wording? There was a part where they said, okay, we need to pivot the design. That's so gross, by the way. Pivot the design.
That's just I don't know, man.
We are shifting the game to be a broader experience that allows for more variety and player agency. Leaning into the capabilities of our Frostbite engine and reimagining central elements of the game. Like that right there tells me we're going to get a different game.
Yep.
A game that's
it's very it sounds like it's going to be very wide open so that anyone can play. But it's not gonna. It sounds like a.
Well, here's the thing. Anyone can. You give someone. I bet you most people who play through Uncharted or Last of Us or any of these like single player story games, action adventure games, they have a good 6 to 8 hours, right? They have a really good time playing that game. They like it. They had fun. I would love a game like that from Star Wars.
Yeah.
That sounds great. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted this. I was more excited for this game than that Respawn game, because Respawn is known for making multiplayer shooters, right? So like, I was like, they're making a Jedi game. Well, as exciting as that is, I don't know what that's going to be like. You know what I mean? Titanfall 2 had a great campaign, but who knows if it's going to focus on the single player or if it's going to be more of a, like I didn't know what that game was, but I had a good idea about what Visceral's game was, because Amy Hennig is involved. Visceral made really tight horror games in space. Yep. So like, I was just thinking like, I could see, like you're playing as bounty hunter, you're taking cover or whatever. Yeah, that sort of deal, right? It probably wouldn't have blown my mind. I doubt it'd be one of my favorite games ever, but I would have bought it and played it. I don't think I'm gonna buy this game on principle alone when it comes out. This new game that's gonna be from EA Vancouver. You know what I mean? Like,
that wants to basically,
who knows what it's gonna be? I'm thinking
it's like it's sad because it sounds like the game is circulating around the marketplace, not so much the game itself, right?
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, EA's already doing that with Battlefront 2. They're probably gonna do that with Anthem, BioWare's game. Mm-hmm. If that game comes out, if BioWare doesn't get shut down by EA, who knows now?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable about Anthem. That game that we saw that like weird multiplayer testing of. Maybe they're gonna be like, you know what? We could go with Anthem, or we could double down on Star Wars. Shut down BioWare next. Who knows, man? I don't know how this is gonna play out. All I know is that I don't think everyone who was working at Visceral is gonna be moved. It says they said we're trying to shift as many of our team as possible.
Yeah,
that means
already.
Not everyone.
The wording as many
Yeah.
already sounds like for sure 100% of the team that was in Visceral is not going to make it. For sure.
And that sucks. That means people lost their jobs. We don't know the numbers, of course, but like that was a cool company. That was a cool studio. I like their games.
There was like a picture of like Visceral, Visceral Studios, right? Of them like on like, I don't know. This is a picture of the whole team, and it looked like a nice chunk. It looked like about like 30 to 40 people.
Yeah, this is a depressing piece of news. Coming off the heels of our weird Warner Brothers thing that came last week with Shadow of War. Also, EA was involved in that one with the loot boxes. I know we don't have too much to say on this because they haven't told us much, but I don't think that I think we're not going to hear about what happened for a while. They said they're going to tell us in months to come. They're probably going to put out like some, I don't think it's going to be anything big. Maybe it'll be a tease at, in May at E3 or something. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, bummed out, man. Very bummed out. Scalebound was a huge hit, but that was weird. That was a first party game. What the hell, Microsoft? First party games are supposed to have that what
I don't understand is like, so Visceral's done for sure, done now. So that means that like we're not going to see anything else from them. Like if for whatever reason a Dead Space 4.
Oh yeah, I mean, who knows if they'll ever make a Dead Space 4, but it won't be. The company Visceral is not around anymore,
right?
So if EA puts out a Dead Space 4, maybe it'll have people from Visceral on it, but maybe it won't. I mean, it's their IP; they can do whatever they want with it. Yeah. But who knows if they would try to make that game, because that game's,
it's pretty like. It's not mainstream. I don't want to use that word, but it's the only word that came to mind.
Yeah, no, I mean it's clearly not as big of a property as Star Wars. And that's the thing that really upsets me about this is like Star Wars is big enough that I think a single player experience would have sold a lot of copies.
No, for sure.
I don't think, and I mean, it's EA, so they're gonna hide some things behind DLC, like some skins or some levels or whatever DLC packs. I don't know.
Like it's funny because I don't really understand the whole like EA like sucks or whatever, or like as a company or a publisher or whatever, right? And I think
they've done this before, that's why they suck.
Well, I'm getting it now. I now understand this whole situation.
Yeah,
why EA is like why
it's like
a lot
in
of
the
people
90s. They shut down Bullfrog, I think. I gotta look this up to see if that's true, but like
well, I just think it just sucks because like that's if that's the case, then like if any like developers were to be associated with them, it's pretty scary.
Well, no, they buy these studios, right? So they bought Bullfrog, There's an old studio. They did like Dungeon Keeper and like, is that the game? Syndicate Wars, stuff like that. And they got shut down after a while, and then I wonder if there's just like a list of games that EA acquired, a list of studios EA acquired and then just shut down. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Nice.
So they had acquired studios and defunct studios, right? So Mythic was shut down, closed down. Maxis was closed down. Oh man, that was pretty recent. That was a SimCity, guys.
Oh wow.
That was in 2015. Victory Games. BioWare was merged into Motive? I don't think I even knew that. It says BioWare just not a studio? It's just like merged into Motive?
That's weird.
Wait, I didn't even know this. But yeah, like I didn't realize they like merged it. But I don't know what that means really. But yeah, no, they've done this before. They're not great. They've Westwood was another big one that's gone.
Yeah.
It was merged into EA Los Angeles. They were Command and Conquer and stuff.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like they have a history of doing this. They also have a history of like just like the whole SimCity fiasco. That was, a game that they put out and you have to keep it always online, but then it turns out no, you actually don't have to keep it always online. They just wanted people to keep it always online, and they just have a weird history of not being consumer friendly necessarily.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Which is interesting because when DLC was first starting to be a thing, Bethesda on the Xbox 360, was it Oblivion?
Yeah.
Oblivion, they charged like $5.99 or something for horse armor, right? Yeah. Armor for your horse. And that was really poorly received at the time.
Yeah.
Right? But like, look at the games Bethesda's putting out today. Like they're putting out Evil Within and Wolfenstein, the new Colossus. And neither of those games have dirty microtransaction things, or like, I don't see any, I don't see what they, like the type of like gross trends that are in games being in their games today. I don't see it in Dishonored games. And I know these games aren't selling like I know Prey didn't sell super crazy and Dishonored didn't sell super crazy, but like they stuck to it, made single player adventures, and I don't know, I applaud Bethesda for that. They're putting out games in the way that they seem to be intended for the most part. I mean, I know we could talk about Prey forever, but like because Prey is its own can of worms, but like I don't know, man, it's like EA does suck. They are.
It literally doesn't seem like they care about the consumer at all. Like, and it's like we're going back to Bethesda and everything, right? Like at least they have like games they know that they're coming out with, I guess. I don't know. And they're like, good. They're not revolving around like the marketplace. That's like the biggest thing with me. Like, it looks like they're doing that.
Let's put it this way. Bethesda right now is really less shitty than a lot of these other guys. Yeah. Doesn't mean they're super good. It's just less shitty. You know, like all of these publishers, man. Like, and I want games to make money. I like it when games make money because I like video games and I want video games to exist. I don't think that like the way money is being made is the coolest way to make money right now. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're really digging into video. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, I forgot to bring this up a while back. Remember that whole Assassin's Creed thing? Yeah. With the did we talk about it on the podcast? The whole Assassin's Creed ad? Did we talk about that after the podcast? We did. Okay, so GameStop. Yes. Yeah, GameStop had an ad. Yeah, so much has happened. Yeah, that's recently. True. So they put out this ad where it said, like straight up, it said, sorry, the bonus mission is locked unless you pre-order Assassin's Creed Origins. And it had a picture of this camel. It was like a troll, almost like a troll ad surprisingly. And people were complaining about it because it's offensive. And their response, like, I was reading one of the tweets or comments, and someone's like, back in the day we had they said something like, how else do you think like people, they make money or whatever off games? GameStop said something along those lines.
Yeah.
And someone said, back in the day, we would have costumes that you could unlock and cheat codes. We had cheat codes that were free. You know what I mean? Like, and they said the cheat codes were only free because we couldn't figure out a way to monetize them yet.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. I don't know. It's like they're getting more and more blatant with their fuck youery. I don't know, like their fuck youisms. They're saying, whatever, you're gonna buy these games. We don't care. I mean, I don't know. Basically, at the end of the day, I don't think I'm personally gonna buy. I'll probably never buy anything from GameStop ever again.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I buy like Shadow of War or the Star Wars game ever, I definitely don't want to buy it like firsthand.
Yeah,
or
definitely
early.
not.
Yeah, maybe if they come out with like some bundled version of it, I'll buy it pre-owned off eBay or something. I don't know.
Yeah, see, and
but
the thing with like the Star Wars, or wait, which Star Wars are you talking about? The one that's gonna come out eventually, or Battlefront 2?
Oh yeah, no, I have no interest in Battlefront 2. But
okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the Battlefront 2. Yeah, I mean, that's besides the point. Let's just say like, even if everything was good with that game, you know what? If everything was perfect with that game, if there was no loot boxes, maybe I would have bought it.
Yeah.
But
which is weird because like I don't think that game had that in there.
They had it in the beta. No, the first one didn't have it.
Yeah.
People didn't even know about it until the beta came out for Battlefront 2. That's how people found out about loot boxes. Remember when I was playing with you and I was like, what is this loot box system?
Yeah, like again, like man, like it's so dumb. It is just so dumb. I was talking to my friend about it just like before we got on, and it's like we talked about it already. It's not cool anymore. It's not cool, especially if it unbalances the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure that. But I mean, like, even if it's whatever, even if it's anything, I just think it's gonna be nasty seeming. I don't think people are gonna like it. As it goes down. Even like, like games that have been doing it for a while, like Overwatch or something.
Yeah.
I bet their loot boxes are gonna start hurting too. You know what I mean? Like, because people don't like the idea of loot boxes. I hope that this trend is a trend that dies. And but I mean, that's a double-edged sword, right? I hope that the loot box trend dies, but like, what's gonna replace it? What disgusting new consumer exploiting practice are we gonna get instead of this one that we have? Because before this we had day one passes or whatever, and before that we had pre-order DLC. I mean, we still have those stuff in different ways, but they're less like that's less of the focus.
Yeah, it's lesser of the two evils, right?
I don't even know if it's lesser of the two evils. It's all evil. Everything's evil. They're just like, when you hear about this stuff, when you hear about them focus testing a game that everyone seemed to like. Everyone liked the idea of Visceral Star Wars game. No one was like, oh, a single player linear adventure game that's going to be like Uncharted, made by someone who like, was the scenario designer of Uncharted. Like, nope, don't want that. I hate that idea. I wish it had co-op and loot
boxes.
No one said that. Everyone liked it. Everyone was like, wow, this is actually interesting that EA is going to put out a game like this in our climate right now. That's pretty cool.
No.
And lo and behold, they don't stick to it, I mean, I really hope that I wanted to find out why Scalebound was canceled by Microsoft. If I see the word like monetization or something in there, I'm gonna lose my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my god,
that Nintendo is putting out a game this month, a huge game
Yep.
Mainline Mario game. I haven't heard thing one about microtransaction. I bet you there isn't going to be any.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to, you know what I mean? Like, think about that. That game's
Yep.
going to do great. They don't, Splatoon, I don't think has microtransactions, does it? And that's an entirely
no.
multiplayer game.
It literally does not know.
That's so cool. I don't know. I get so like confused about, you know, why they're
it's
just
money.
like,
It's just money, right? It's
yeah,
just,
but it's like
it's stupid.
it makes the games worse.
It does.
If you're doing something that's making games worse for greed, that's not cool.
No.
If you do something for greed and it's like doesn't negatively affect the game, I like understand that more. I still might not like it, but like whatever, you know, I'll understand it. But this is like so greedy. It's so evil.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of talking about it though.
No,
so.
I know. I wanted to continue, but like I don't. It's something we can't ignore though, because if we do, then it's just gonna become like, you know, the pre-order DLC situation and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just gonna be the problem.
And here's the thing, man. Like, if there's an indie game or a small studio game that's not published by a big publisher or something like that, and you want to get to like DLC and all the like, you know, whatever, you know, like that's a little different than something like this. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you, if you really like, if you really like Layers of Fear and you're like, oh man, that game somehow did it for me. Oh, there's a DLC coming out for it. I'll buy it. Or what's the other one where you play as that character? The one with where you're like on a giant boat. It's side scrolling. It's kind of like Inside, but it's not Inside.
Oh! You talk about the game we played recently.
Months ago.
Shit.
Nightmares, Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares, yeah.
Little Nightmares. If you want to buy that DLC, you know, like it's, you know, like I'm all about that. Yeah, support these smaller games, you know. Yeah. But like this game isn't a smaller game.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 is not a small game.
It doesn't need help like for advertisement at all, because
the
name Star Wars pretty much can sell the game.
I don't think I'm gonna buy like in the future if a game comes out and it has like microtransactions in it. I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I'm making a rule right now.
Yeah. It's I don't think I can follow through that rule so much. Maybe if anything comes around, for myself at least. But like no, I definitely don't like where this is heading as well. Like it just means that the game isn't gonna be centered towards the game, right?
Just see like I think like, and you know the reason, like, okay, there used to be like complete editions of games, right? Like, you know, you get all the DLC, you know, for this much money extra, you know, like you pay $80. I would, if they did that, yeah, give me an $80, $100 version of a game that has everything in it, you know?
Yeah.
But they won't do that now. Like, it won't have everything in it. I think Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to have a big version. It's not going to have everything in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think NBA 2K has a big version that costs like $100 that doesn't have everything in it. You know, because of this gambling system, this loot box system that they got now in games, like, even if they could sell they could sell a $20, $40 extra version to some people, you know, the person who's spending actually thousands of dollars on these games, they're making more money on those people, you know. They call them whales, which seems really like disrespectful.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so these whales that they have spending money, you know, like tons of money, disposable income. Maybe not disposable income. Maybe they're going paycheck by paycheck. But anyway, they got some people who compulsively want to keep spending money on your game, and they're, you know, making great revenue off of people like that. So even all the people who can't pay, who don't want that, who don't, like, everyone who doesn't spend money on Overwatch boxes, there's someone out there who is spending money on Overwatch boxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and tons of it, you know? Yeah, someone might give $20 once, but someone might be putting down $100 every event.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They might have every single thing unlocked. And that's, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, I mean, that's about the extent of that news. Hopefully something cool happens. But I mean, soon we didn't talk about this once a while back.
Go for it.
We didn't talk about Red Dead Redemption being shown off in a trailer. And they didn't show anything pretty much. I mean, they showed some cutscenes and stuff, but you didn't see any gameplay or like actual gameplay. Like you saw like stuff that's obviously gameplay, but like camera was like, you know, at a different angle and stuff. Like I'm assuming it's going to play like Red Dead Redemption or GTA 5, you know, that style of game where it's like third person open world, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it is going to be that, but like, you know, hopefully we see more about that game, but like
this is that same game where you could like go to a house and like make it a base or something.
No.
What game am I thinking about then? Okay.
Wait, do you not? Okay,
I've never played Red Dead Redemption. I'm gonna go ahead and
Red Dead
right now.
Redemption. Yeah. Just think GTA, but in the Wild West.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. Really good game. It's everyone always wanted a PC port, they never made one. But yeah, that game rules, and it's if you have a Xbox One, that game is backwards compatible now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super good game. It had multiplayer. GTA 5's multiplayer got real heavy with the microtransactions and stuff, but like so maybe, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to have a similar fate. But at the same time, like honestly, like I care less if it's like cuz this is a single player story based focused game. Like the Rockstar games are always like very much focused on their campaigns, you know.
Yeah.
And they have multiplayer and it's pretty fleshed out a lot of times, but it's not like there's segments of the gaming population who don't play the multiplayer at all. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know, like I played all of GTA 5, had a great time. I think I spent like a few hours in multiplayer, played with my friends a few times. Didn't care. You know.
Yeah.
Same thing with your Red Dead Redemption. Like 100% of everything in that game, they touched the multiplayer like, you know, 5 times maybe. Like, this is whatever. Red Dead Redemption 2, I bet you the same thing's gonna happen there. You know, I bet I'm gonna play through the whole game, do every little thing, barely touch the multiplayer, you know.
Yep.
But if they're gonna do it like how they did it with GTA 5 and like, you know, keep it all, you know, microtransactioned up, like whatever, I don't know. I'm less upset about that, I guess.
Yeah, because you're not focused on like the multiplayer part. You're gonna mainly play the single player, right?
Yeah, and I mean like that's the different. And I know someone might think like, well, what about Star Wars Battlefront 2? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, why do you have a problem with that one? And it's like the reason I have a problem with that one is not that. I don't think there's gonna be microtransactions. I keep saying microtransactions in the single player of that game. I don't think so. I think that the single player game is gonna be fine without it. That game is gonna be the multiplayer is that game's like central core. You know what I mean? The single player is there as a. It's just there for. Like just to appease people who wanted it, you know, like because they didn't sell as many copies probably as he did. I think when they made the first game, they were like, we don't need single player. We don't need to, you know, spend more money on this game. People will buy it to play it.
Yep.
I think a lot of people didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. So I think they're like, oh shit, we're missing out on all these sales because people wanted single player. Let me, you know,
is that 2 steps backwards situation?
Yeah, and like. But like that's not the core of the game. I don't think anyone's gonna buy Battlefront just to play the single player, and or I mean some people might, but like, you know, it's
main
different.
selling quote unquote selling point is the multiplayer because that's pretty much what Battlefront Battlefront was about, like,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that they're just like, the way they're handling the DLC stuff. It never worked out in multiplayer games generally, right? Like DLC gating, Call of Duty, I remember always had that problem with people who bought the season passes and people who wouldn't buy the other maps.
Yeah.
And so like then it would segment the population, like it would change them so like only the people who bought the new maps could play with other people. It's
Yeah.
that's a mess.
That is a mess.
So it's like for Battlefront 2, they're like, we're just gonna always, anything we add to the game, it's free, but there's microtransactions, and it's like, I don't know, is that Overwatch does the same thing, but I mean, and I think it's, I don't love the microtransactions in Overwatch, but like,
well, microtransaction, I'm doing it now too.
Yeah,
microtransactions is not going anywhere. Like Blizzard has a lot of that too, right? Like Hearthstone is another game.
Yeah, right. I remember Blizzard fucked up real bad when Diablo 3 first came out. They had that real money auction house.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, and this stuff in the long run does not make anyone happy. No one's good. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work out, and I don't know.
I like how we circled back.
I know. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I know.
But
it's relevant. It's what's happening now, I guess, and it's EA's that's really like shining the light on how fucked up it could be.
I really want to play Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein: The New Order. Colossus.
Okay. Are we changing it now? Are we keeping it?
No, I don't have anything else to say about those games. I just really want to play them.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, one more thing, I guess they don't have microtransactions, but like still, like,
yeah.
I just want to play those games. I want to play games like that, and I want more companies to release games like that I want to play. And I mean, that's not the reason I want to play those games. I don't want to play it because they have no microtransactions, but like it's becoming a reason.
Yep. Yeah,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
like it's becoming a reason for me to want to play like Evil Within, and then try to get Evil Within 2 because there's none of that bullshit there.
Yeah,
like, there's no microtransactions in.
And I remember
in that game.
The DLC was like full featured, like.
And I hate scary games too. I just thought that out there too.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Hey, just a quick side note. Did you end up giving Jingle borrow the game?
No, he didn't want to borrow it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Evil Within?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, here, borrow it. He's like, no, I already watched the Let's Play.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But I mean, that's another reason. Let's Plays, right? They're saying, people don't buy games because of Let's Plays. Well, I mean, Evil Within's an old game. There's a difference between that and the fucking Persona. No one's not going to... I mean, someone might not buy Persona if they watch a Let's Play, but other people might. I bought games that I watched the Let's Play on first.
Yeah. No, same. Mine is the same way too.
I just watched a Let's Play recently of... what is it? It's called something Fantastic World. No, something Planet. It's not Fantastic. It can't be called Fantastic Planet. It's like a Sonic type game.
Is it like a new game?
It's like a retro style game. Something Planet Fantastic. I don't remember.
It's gonna end up being Fantastic Planet. I bet you.
It was called Freedom Planet.
Freedom Planet. Okay.
And I've seen art for it, and I was just like, whatever. But then I saw gameplay of it, and I was like, yeah, I would play this game. I'm probably gonna buy that game.
Yeah.
Because I watched a Let's Play.
When I do Let's Plays, I usually it's usually like,
or a stream. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, well, Let's Plays are streams. Like, I usually watch, like, the people I subscribe to or whatever, and they end up playing these one-off game. They do this game, like, one time, whatever, and I get a nice look at it, and then they end up becoming a series. Typically, whenever it's, like, a single-player game, or whenever I want to look up a game that's like that, I personally don't look at them, don't want to watch them until I finish the game, and then look at it.
I feel you, yeah.
Because then, like, I'm pretty much
if it's a
spoiling
game
myself,
I'm interested in, I won't watch a Let's Play of, right? But if it's a game I have no interest in, I'll watch a Let's Play of it. And sometimes that Let's Play, that stream makes me want to buy that game. Makes me want to play it. You know, like
even
Hitman
if
was
you,
like that.
Yeah, and even if you watch like someone play it, like a single player game, it's like it is different from playing a game to watching someone do a Let's Play, because you don't have full control when you're watching someone play.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's all them.
And I mean, like, could you imagine watching someone stream Hellblade? That wouldn't be fun.
No.
You wouldn't feel anything, you know, or like.
No.
But I mean, there's interesting ideas. Like, Telltale has been like trying to get this whole idea of like getting, you know how like.
Is it like at the end of like a chapter or something? It tells you like who'd pick what, or
no. It was more interesting. It was like when people were streaming, they wanted it so streamers could have input on how they would make choices and stuff. And I was like, that's really cool.
That sounds like that Mixer stuff that Xbox has or whatever.
That's just a streaming site that they're doing. Or
yeah, but I think there's like a thing where you could like it's integrated with other games or something, and the audience can like put in inputs or something.
Yeah, I don't know about that one too much, but I do know that there's.
I don't either.
There's that game coming out by I want to say not Supermassive. Yeah, maybe it was Supermassive. I think it's the guys who made Until Dawn. That's it's like this like choice based, you know, game with like, you know, high fidelity actors or whatever. And it's like a party game kind of in a way, because it's like a bunch of people can play it together and you're all making decisions, and it's like who, you know, it's like you don't know who's like the traitor or whatever. It's like I was like, that's kind of fun. It's like this like,
is it like Jackbox Party or something like that? Or
no, it's like a serious story.
Oh wow!
But like people have like input and like can find different clues and like be the traitor and stuff.
Oh wow! Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it seems very cool. And I was like, yeah, that's neat. Like I like that idea. I like that stuff.
Yeah, just bringing a lot of people together to play.
Yeah,
that's fun.
I don't know. You want to move on to emails?
Yeah, emails. Questions.
Yeah, I can't wait to start shooting Nazis in Wolfenstein.
What? Nice. Yeah.
Just wanted to say that.
Sure.
I'm excited.
Yeah, bring that back. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait either.
Sorry for cutting you off at the knees there.
Oh no, that's fine. Should we go on to questions then?
Let's do it.
Because we, after our, I don't even know what to call it. Our first questions that we finally answered. I mean, we received it from way back. We actually got a few questions in, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to hear them. All right, let's do both of them.
Yeah, both of which are from Timmy Red. Thank you, Timmy, for sending these questions in. These are very. I love the first ones. I love them all. I love them both. But the first one comes up. It says, most of the side characters in the main Mario series have their own games, each with their own unique attributes, differing them from the main Mario series. Luigi's Mansion, WarioWare, Super Princess Peach, Captain Toad. I didn't even know Captain Toad had one. What the heck?
Oh yeah.
Please give me your pitch for on a perfect Waluigi game. So I think we're gonna like transition just slightly into a video game developing podcast for a second, I guess, which is pretty cool because it reminds me of.
Let me think. What would well, I mean, like, forget let's just say whatever, infinite budget, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what type of game would Waluigi be best at? Now, we've seen Waluigi in the Mario Party games. Yes. We've seen him in the Wario Sports games.
Yeah.
And Wario Kart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's never had a solo adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, what would it be?
Well, we would have to go off his appearance, right? Because it kind of goes off like how Wario has his like
His games are platformers, except for like WarioWare.
Yeah, WarioWare. I guess it's kind of weird. I'm mainly going off Wario because like he's the only alternate Mario, and that's not even
No, but like Princess Peach had a game on the GBA that was based on her emotions.
Yeah,
that's a whole can of worms.
A lot.
I'm not gonna open right now.
Yeah.
Then Wario has his games, Wario Land games. He has WarioWare.
That's true.
Yoshi has his games are actually part of the Epic that sort of series. You know, the Epic. Why am I saying Epic?
I don't know.
The Yarn Yoshi, Yarn Kirby thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's just go ahead. We'll just do.
Waluigi.
Okay, so how about we just like?
I'm
do we want to keep
stealth game?
That would be fun. Do we want to keep it to like Nintendo standards, or do we want to try to branch off?
No, it has to be.
Nintendo
game,
standards.
First party.
Okay.
It would be like a stealth game along the lines of like Metal
You know what?
Gear.
I like that because like Luigi's right.
Obviously, yeah. Well, Waluigi,
but
probably doesn't shoot.
Yeah,
he won't shoot or anything. So like, you'd have to have different mechanics.
Yeah,
Snake or Sam Fisher or something. But like, he seems like a thief.
Yes, I could see that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would think a stealth game, kind of like Luigi had that
Mario Luigi's Mansion, right?
Yeah,
that's what I was going off of because
right?
that's it's kind of a good opposites, right? For Luigi to Waluigi.
I could see
because he's
Luigi or Waluigi like raiding, the different castles in the Mario universe. Mm-hmm. So like, he's gonna be hitting the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
And like trying to get, I don't know, something from each of them. Like probably something that seems worthless, but that would, make them mad, stealing Princess Peach's like mirror, something like that. Yeah. And like, each thing, I don't know. It would add to something. I don't know what the treasures
let's
are.
have him, should we have him work with like Bowser? Maybe he has to turn them.
No,
into, like,
I would think that would be like the final castle that he raids.
Ooh, so he's like he's like full castle. Rogue.
Yeah. Damn. He's just like Waluigi isn't on anyone's side.
Hell yeah.
And it'd be great if he even took on like Wario as like a bonus level. If you got all the treasures, you open up Wario's level.
I'm liking that. So then we'll have him. I guess mechanically, how will this play out then? Were we thinking like a?
Okay, he's very stretchy and like he's very that's what he looks like. He looks like he's long limbed. Yeah. I would like him to like
long strides.
Be able to flatten long strides, so he could silently walk. Uh-huh. And I want him to be able to flatten up against the walls.
Yeah, maybe almost like Mario.
Yeah, like a cartoon. Maybe he would get smashed into a wall. Maybe like he would have some silly animation where like when a door opens on a cartoon character and they're like stuck to the back of the door.
Yeah.
Like Waluigi's stealth mechanics are all by accident because he doesn't seem competent.
Yeah.
I don't see him being competent, but like if the character if your button for hugging a wall was to like smash into it on accident and get flattened, I think
that'd be pretty fun.
And then maybe you could use that to like get under doors. Think about like how cartoon characters can like turn into paper under doors. Mm-hmm. Maybe he'd like flatten and then just like start like swaying in the breeze and go under the door to the other side of the locked door. Maybe he could pull off one of his mustaches to use as a lockpick. He has one of those pointy lightning bolt mustaches.
Yes.
I'm thinking a lot of fun things for this.
Nice stealth. So it's like we're thinking probably like third person then, just over the shoulder.
Yeah, I'm thinking not over the shoulder.
Or not over the shoulder, just
maybe like a pulled back camera. You could see a little ahead of you. Like maybe you could see in the rooms ahead of you.
Yeah, I like that.
Sort of. Yeah, but no platforming because he's not. I don't buy him as a platformer. I think he's more
the whole wall thing. Kind of seems somewhat close to how Mario Odyssey, but Mario is going into like a pipe first, and then he's
Mario's like doing it with style. Like I want Wario to be like stupid about it, like smash into it and get flattened,
Yeah, but will it be just something that he just not obviously not? We're talking about like accidental. We're thinking about accidental stealth
Yeah,
mechanics.
I mean,
right?
not accidental for the character or for the player.
Right.
The player has control over it because that'd be frustrating.
Gotcha.
But like Waluigi never seems to be in control. Like he just accidentally fumbles his way to treasure.
Okay, so like the flattening bit, maybe we could do like a, you know how like
Maybe there wouldn't be any. Oh yeah, go ahead.
maybe we have like the whole, you know, the womp or like the big block things.
Yeah.
Just have them just come up at one, just most of the time. Like
You know what
slam
would be-
in the wall.
You know, I'm thinking like, cause I'm thinking Waluigi. I can't really see him do violence, especially towards like
definitely not.
Mario, like people. Like I wouldn't want to see him like hurt like a Toad or something. You know.
Yeah.
But like,
oh no! Can we have Toads be like the security officers, please?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what obviously they're the equivalent to Goombas,
Yeah.
right? So like, but like, I can't really. I think it'd be too villainous of a gameplay thing for him to be hurting them.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of having any sort of violence in the game, like,
I think
and we also can't really have the Toads be violent to him.
no.
If they catch
I
him.
think what I'm
So-
imagining is that they're just gonna, once they find him, Waluigi, he looks like he obviously outrun them, but I think
and he's a coward. So
yeah,
maybe
he's gonna run away, and then like
Yeah, he
there'll be
runs
like
out of the room and it resets type of thing.
yeah, that type of thing. But like I think it obviously he could probably do that forever, right? But I think like at certain levels or whatever, we could probably have it
Maybe
where
he
there's a
would
lot
have-
where you have to like figure out which way you should go and like figure out the patterns of like how they move, I guess.
I'm thinking something like he has a mechanic where he can put something over their heads because he's much taller than them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you see a Toad and you sneak up behind the Toad and you put like something over his head and like maybe a vase or something, and the Toad doesn't realize what's going on.
Oh, and
And
it just
Waluigi can sneak around them that way.
but it's wait, so he just has it over his head and the Toads aren't just not paying attention to him because he's
No, maybe they're like trying to get rid of it, trying to move it, but like in that time, Waluigi can get around into the next area.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like that, you know, like you ever try this in like Skyrim where you can just put something over someone's head
yes.
and then they can't see?
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
But like it's like a gameplay mechanic, not a weird
Oh, gotcha.
glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And
that'd
then-
be fun.
Yeah,
It's cute.
So he just like
It has to be.
yeah, it's like instead of stealth killing, because I don't want Waluigi like snapping a Toad's
Oh.
neck or something. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's definitely
So-
that's why I was asking if we wanted to go off Nintendo.
No,
or
and I
keep it
definitely don't
Nintendo.
want to. I definitely don't want him to like stomp on a Toad.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
No.
want Toads to die.
No,
I don't
me
like
neither.
that idea of them
I would
dying, yeah.
honestly, I would like them to just go ahead and just cut. Like as soon as Waluigi gets caught, I would like
Mm-hmm.
them. I would like Waluigi to look up, you know, at the cam or look at the camera or whatever. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking of it being God view for some reason, but like
Yeah, I was
look at the
thinking like a
camera,
top down.
looking.
Yeah.
Looking down at the press, like, oh, they caught me, and then as that's happening, he just willfully
He's
just
like, wow.
yeah, he just willfully puts his hands further down so that way Toads could get him, and then just cuff him from there. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
imagery
I
right
like
there
it.
just looks cute.
I think we have a good building block for a game.
Yeah.
Timmy, make this
There
game.
you go. It's
Sell it to Shigeru Miyamoto.
we made a stealth Waluigi game.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That's fun.
You know, obviously you can go to the Super Mario 2 Daisy's Castle. You know, that's the thing, and like there'll be like a mini boss in that, which is like Luigi
What?
himself. You know,
Should
Luigi's like defending it.
we also try to like incorporate like the power ups in there too? You know how like Mario
Well,
has,
I mean,
like-
we can do that with microtransactions. I
Oh,
think.
you know what?
Like if you open up a loot box, like you know,
you
maybe
can-
you'll get a fire flower.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you could choose to take it up and put it in there,
Yeah.
and then we'll also
Yeah,
do
but
pre-order
you can't-
content as well, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, well, obviously, pre-order for Luigi's
Yeah.
ghost vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
you can just vacuum up Toads with.
yeah, we could definitely make some money off of that as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, unless Nintendo doesn't want that stuff, which in that case,
I mean, just
you're
throw that
leaving the money on the table.
pretty
there,
much,
but,
yeah.
like-
Come on, guys.
but yeah, no, I like this Waluigi game that we came up with. I think
Yeah, it's fun. I like that. I like. I do like the whole like reverse Waluigi game because like Waluigi is
Okay,
about
describe
like,
why this is a reverse
because
of
like
Luigi's Mansion.
well, the way I see it is that
Uh-huh.
Luigi is capturing monsters that are hiding.
Yeah.
Waluigi is not necessarily a monster, but he is hiding.
Sure, okay.
That's
And
the
he's,
only
like,
that's the only
not
thing I
getting
got.
caught.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I could see that. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, maybe he'll be stealing from a boo house once, and like Luigi's also there, like trying to clean it up. So like,
Ooh, nice
the thing
little
that he has to
cameo.
avoid Luigi. Maybe Luigi's in every level.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe Luigi's like the final like I mean, obviously Bowser and Princess Peach and Daisy and Mario and stuff are gonna be like hindrances. You know, Wario himself.
We didn't really.
But like,
well, wait, hold on. Like, what kind of like boss battle are we talking about though? Like,
I
are they
don't know,
bosses?
right? Like, obviously it would be a boss battle, but like, how would you do a stealth game boss battle, right? I don't know. I mean, we'd figure it out. It'd be like
It would have to be trickery, right?
maybe
like,
you'd
what
have
is
to steal stuff from under their nose, but their like patterns are more tough to read,
Yeah.
and they're like, you know, it's like a small enclosed room or something, and it's like less places to hide.
Yeah.
Waluigi, maybe he gets like some sort of like rudimentary upgrade skills where like maybe he doesn't have the flatten up to a wall thing in the beginning, but then he gets that later, and he, you know, go under doors and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'd figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game. I like that
Yeah.
game. I'd play that
Yeah,
game.
I honestly, yeah, I would play it
I'd
too.
probably play Wario. I'd play Odyssey first, but then I'd play that game.
Well, I feel like you want to play this game first because I feel like this game isn't gonna be as fine tuned. I don't think, and also
yeah,
different
no,
pace.
I definitely want to play Mario Odyssey though.
Yeah, for
Holy
sure.
cow!
Oh my god, that's coming out this month.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so excited.
that's a great question. Thank you for that question, Timmy.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Next question to be read. Second question: what is a game you obviously love that everyone hates?
Ooh, that's tough.
That is tough.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to think.
because I'm thinking like Zelda, but like I don't think everyone hates it, right?
Excuse me? Did you say Zelda?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. That's not one. Also, I think these are this question specifically, I think we probably should have had it ahead of time. Maybe.
No, I mean, there's a lot of I'm kind of spoiled for choice because I do like a lot of games that aren't necessarily highly acclaimed.
Wait, no.
But they do have niche audiences, so that's the thing. Like, I can't think of a game. Like, I don't like fucking Rogue Warrior or whatever. You know, I don't like. There isn't a game that everyone hates that I like, because I like you know, I like Suda51 games, Lollipop Chainsaw,
Yeah.
but not everyone hates that. You know, he has his fans. Where I like Drakengard 3, which is a very poorly optimized game, but it's still a Yoko Taro game, and you know, fans of his incredible storytelling, you know, are still fans. So like, Deadly Premonition is another game that, like, you know, at first people hate it, but like people have grown to love in a cult way, so like that wouldn't count, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what's a game that I love?
Love is it's pretty
that's the
strong,
word, yeah.
right?
Because there's games I've played that everyone hates that I'll tell you a game I platinumed that I don't know anyone liking.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've beaten this game 100%. I don't know if I love it though, but I did like it way more than I thought I would.
I think
X-Men Destiny.
X-Men Destiny? Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a game that no one likes. I had a good time with it.
Yeah.
And I did everything there is to do in that game, and it's all right.
All right.
But I don't love it. That's the thing.
Shit. Like, see, I want to go to Minecraft, but I don't think everyone hates Minecraft.
No, not everyone hates it. You gotta look.
And obviously, the same thing too, right? The obviously love bit. I don't love it, but I know I like it enough to where.
No, but not everyone hates it. Like, you gotta talk about a game that everyone hates. What's a game that?
Yeah, I guess that's something you need to look at, right? But like,
I mean, like the games I'm thinking of that, like,
I feel like my decisions are based on. I guess. Nope, because I hate that too. It's stupid. Like Unity.
What?
I was thinking about Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah.
You hate that game?
I don't.
That's a game I also platinum.
Like, I don't. Again, I don't really. I don't know. I think I don't hate it. I definitely don't like it though. I don't know.
I'm
I'm gonna go with Unity, just for as the default, because that's the only one.
I really like Assassin's Creed 3, and that game's reviled, but I mean it's still like, got good. I think retroactively people hate it more than people hated it at the time. Maybe.
Yeah.
On the flip side of this.
Yes.
Is there a game that you hate that everyone loves? That's I think that's an easier question to answer, just because.
Yeah.
Because it's the games that everyone.
It's easier
hates,
to hate
like,
than to love.
Well,
Given to the dark side.
It's hard to think of what like people hate, like that everyone hates. Because there are a lot of games with, as minor as they are, a lot of defenders. Like, so is there a game that's like unanimously like, do you hate The Last of Us or something?
No.
Like, what's a game that everyone loves? I got one. But I mean, I'll wait on it. You go first.
I kind of want to go. I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know the like answer, but what I'm gonna start digging into is like fighting games, I guess, because I definitely don't like those.
Well, have you played them? Like,
Definitely not.
You like. So that doesn't count.
Yeah,
It's like I assume it'd be a game that you played.
Go ahead and give yours. Let me look through my list real quick.
All right. Yeah. BioShock. I don't like any of the BioShock games.
Oh yeah, that's acclaimed.
Yeah, people love BioShock.
People do love
I love that one. No, I do not love that one.
People.
I don't like that one. Oh yeah, people love BioShock. I don't know. What else?
What I hate, right?
You hate, but everyone loves.
Um,
And if you say Street Fighter, you're full of it. You never even played it, so like you can't.
Gotta be a game you played.
And I mean, hate is strong. It's not. I'm disinterested in
strong,
it.
Yeah.
Like I'm disinterested in Prey. I have no feelings on it. I haven't played it. I'm disinterested in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? Far Cry 4? Is that good?
You hate Far Cry 4?
I do, because like it's pretty much the same as 3.
But you hate it?
Not hate. Again, it's definitely a little closer to hate, but not that bad.
I liked Far Cry 4. What'd you hate about it?
Just that it's like the same as 3. It's just like there wasn't anything different besides like the story.
What would you wanted them to do?
I don't know, more weed animation.
Because I mean, honestly, I can get like,
you know what I'm saying?
I can get even more meta about it and say, Assassin's Creed, like, and Far Cry are the same games in different perspectives.
Yeah,
like they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Assassin's Creed 4, 5, 6, whatever.
Ooh, Quantum Break. Games. How about that?
I don't think everyone loves Quantum Break.
Oh fuck. Okay. I thought people loved it. I just don't like it because we couldn't get it to work for each other.
That's not a good reason to dislike a game, man.
I don't know.
I mean, like, if you said something like Ocarina of Time or something, or Half-Life, that's the type of thing, right? Like, what's another one that's like beloved by everyone? Last of Us, that's a great one. I know people hate that game sometimes, and that's always like, wow, really? You hate The Last of Us?
I don't know, man. Like I'm barely playing like games now. Like the last games that I've played for sure are like the Bayonettas, the Max Payne stuff, and Alan Wake and all that, the whole series. Like these are games I'm barely playing now. So I don't really know
I kind of dislike Pokemon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that is definitely loved.
Yeah, the RPGs themselves, like, you got no love for them. I played Red and Blue back in the day on my Game Boy Color. They were fine, I guess, at the time, but like looking back on, like, when I see footage of those games that I actually played, Red and Blue,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, I don't like that game.
Yeah,
I don't like the systems. I don't like the way that you use their like I never liked the whole like cut through a thing, or swim or surf or whatever, like fly. Like I didn't like those systems.
Yeah,
what are those called? TMs.
Yep.
HMs.
The ones that you could like forever train or whatever on someone. I think those are TMs.
No, not TMs. And the ones that
there's
they have.
TMs and HMs. I think either one. One does you use it and you can't use it on any other Pokemon, or you use it and it's done. It's a one-time use. The other one you could use it on your Pokemon forever, pretty much.
Yeah, either way, I remember I didn't like that system, and like as I'm older and I understand video games more, because at the time I think I was just playing it, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, oh, I found out I can cut through things or whatever. But like now it's like, ugh, what a weird like baby's first RPG slash like collection-a-thon that's annoying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't really hate it either. I think the Pokemon look cute.
Yeah.
So like, I can't hate it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But never really loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. You have a harder time with it, I guess, than I do with finding a game that you hate that everyone loves.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
You also have a harder time finding a game you love that everyone hates.
Yep.
Damn.
That's weird. That's a very good question, regardless, because that's a big question, isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder. Okay,
Let's go through these games. Let's go through the top games on Steam for quick.
Okay.
Battle Unknown. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds.
Never played it.
Yeah.
Don't feel anything about it.
Dota 2.
What'd you say?
Dota 2.
Oh, I never played it.
I played it. It's literally the same. Not the same, but it's just like every other MOBA. It just pick a pool of characters.
Right. I'm just not very interested in that genre, I guess. But I mean, it's fine. Very popular. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't feel strongly about it.
Counter-Strike Global Offense.
I liked Counter-Strike a lot. So, yeah. I'm sure I'd like Global Offensive.
Okay. Warframe.
I played it a little bit. Wasn't super hot on it at the time, but I heard it got really better, so that's interesting.
Okay, that's interesting because I didn't like it when I started playing it, mainly because of trying to get more Warframes, and it takes, oh my god, forever just get a piece.
But that game, and that game's a like microtransaction, right? But it's also completely free, so
it is completely free.
And
that's
I think
good for
they
them,
put out
but
an
I
expansion.
think I definitely don't like it. I probably will pick it up at some point if I have other people to play with, which I do. Like my freaking stepdad plays
I would way more play Warframe than Destiny.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Team Fortress 2, another free game.
Yeah, I like that game.
Acclaimed.
It's a cool game.
It's a cool game. Yeah, I played it before too. Payday 2.
I had fun playing that one of the Paydays. I forget which one was free, but it was free, and me and my friend Nathan would play it, and we had a good time.
Yeah, this is a good game. I love that one.
I don't know if I love it, but it's fun.
I think I love it. I think because like there's a stealth bit to it, and like you get real crafty with it sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's true. All of that's true, but like,
and I solo it too, but with other people, it's definitely a lot more fun, especially if we are in sync.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun stuff. H1Z1 is like 2.
Never played
There's like
it.
3 more left. Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I know that one though.
Ark.
I don't really
Evolved.
feel anything about those.
Yeah, like
zombie
the survival. Yeah,
I don't like the survival genre too much. I don't have fun with it.
There you go.
Managing your like all those meters. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you're hungry now. Oh, you better like find it. Nope.
Thanks. I like those games for sure when I have full rest of sleep and I've eaten. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't want to play it if I'm like tired or whatever, because it's definitely a lot of time for me.
Nothing breaks my immersion faster than when my character is hungry, but I'm not, and they're like having a hard time, and I'm like, apparently the system in this game is telling me I'm hungry, or thirsty or whatever. Like, it's funny. It's supposed to be more immersive, yet like it totally gets me out of it every time.
That's weird. I don't care. I don't see that as that too much, I guess. I don't know. It's more. It's me taking care of someone, I guess, is more, or me taking care of myself, but it's not me. But it
makes that character seem like data, because it's just like, oh, these ticking bars. Like the more bars or numbers that there is attached to something, the less I like personify them. You know what I mean? So
I get you.
the more RPG / experience bars, cooldown numbers, hot bar items. Yeah. Like none of the characters I have in Diablo 3 are people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're just walking chunks of equipment.
Yeah.
Whereas like Joel from The Last of Us is a character that I believe in. You know, I think of Joel, even though like, you know, because, you know, I don't know. I just think I believe in that character. Bayonetta, I believe in that character.
He's alive.
I don't believe in
He's itself.
You know, the warlock, or that's not even a class, but you know what I mean. Like sorcerer from Diablo or whatever.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Grand Theft Auto 5, but we did that already.
Yeah, I love that game. That's a cool game. I do love that game.
Yeah. It's I haven't finished the story. I need to. See,
Right?
I'm the other side where I played the multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people like you, but I had never met them until recently.
Yeah. What up? That's me.
All the friends and people I knew who played those games probably wouldn't touch the multiplayer.
I definitely don't play it as hardcore as like I'm not hardcore. I definitely picked it up. It's just like every other game. I picked it up for like 2 weeks to like a month, and then I dropped it off, and I didn't go through the story. Which I played the story a bit, and it was actually pretty fun.
It's great. Yeah, the best parts of the story, I think they ended up carrying over to multiplayer, which unfortunately I stopped playing that multiplayer way before they did this. But it's pretty cool because there's these heists in the story. They're great because they're like they get planned out, and you're like, all right, which driver am I going to bring?
I remember this.
Whatever. And like in the multiplayer, they ended up incorporating that stuff way after the fact. But here's there was one element of that game that was kind of like that rubbed people the wrong way, which was they were gonna have or they made it. Grand Theft Auto 4 had these great pieces of single player content DLC, right? They had these 3 separate stories where you got to play as these 3 different characters, and all of their 2 stories, 2 DLC stories on top of the main story. So it became 3 stories that all revolved around this diamond. And it was cool. It was like this Quentin Tarantino style, you know, you're seeing events from this perspective type of thing. And Grand Theft Auto 5, the whole game was like that, right? It's like you're playing as 3 different characters. So people were like, how is the DLC going to play? Like, are you going to play as like Franklin's friend or whatever? Or who are you going to be? And like, they never released that DLC. They never did it.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of a letdown.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah. Is there a list of like does Metacritic have like a list of top rated games?
We could check that. I'm pretty sure they do, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking like
that
maybe
would be more like loved, right? These are just like
critically,
currently playing like top games played right now.
Yeah, on Steam. Yeah, and obviously like Counter-Strike is, you know, Counter-Strike is one of the dirtiest like real world money system things, like with their gambling, like the gun skins and stuff like that. Like people are selling them for like hundreds of dollars, I think. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. I guess Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's a top rated game on Metacritic, the most highest rated game of all time.
The all-time best games on every platform.
Yeah, wow. Breath of the Wild, huh?
Yeah, good job.
Cool. Never played it.
I definitely love that game.
Definitely probably wouldn't be on my top 5.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
Like that top 5 stuff is definitely going to be gotta be in that just a sneak peek, the Binch Bros what do we call it again? Award show?
Oh, you're saying for this year?
Yeah.
Is that your game of the year right now?
No. Whoa, fuck. No, we'll talk about that later, but maybe.
But you said no.
It's a contender.
Everyone, you heard him
Stop.
say
no.
No.
The Last of Us Remastered's also in there. I guess it's second. I'm going to go off that.
Okay. I want there to be a budget. Like remastered, really? That game? Okay, sure.
I don't know. Maybe it was already freaking what the hell? Maybe it was already Last of Us, but like it's just the newest one's remastered.
Yeah.
I guess Forza. What the hell, Forza Horizon 3?
Are you sure this is like of all time?
Yeah.
Okay, because that seems like a very enthusiast specific. Like maybe Forza's Horizon 3 is a great racing game.
Half-Life
It got
2?
9 out of 10. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's over Half-Life 2. That's crazy. Like Half-Life 2 has such a broader like Forza is so much more narrow in scope. In terms of like who types of fans this game's gonna attract. Like
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think people who have no interest in racing. I mean, I'm sure there are people who have no interest in first-person shooters, but
Yeah.
I feel like that's less. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let me just go through like the next couple then. Let me just I think we'll just use that and then we'll probably end the podcast somehow, some way. But after that, it's Half-Life 2, and then we also have Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It says 3D, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Persona 4 Golden. I don't know. Is it Persona 4 Golden? Is that the full title?
What about it? That's the re-release on the Vita.
Okay. Well, Persona 4. Super Mario 3D. Let's go to 3 more.
Super Mario 3D
2.
what?
Worlds.
Okay.
World. Sorry. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Gears of War. It literally just says Gears of War.
Yeah, so it's the first one.
Super Mario Galaxy. That's the
okay, that's the
10
top 10
that
on
I've seen.
Metacritic. Wow, I've never felt so like that's the most besides Forza, which I would never have seen coming.
Same.
That is probably the safest list of video games I've ever heard.
I see.
That is so boring and
This even
wow.
Yeah, this is Metacritic.
Yeah, that sucks. That list is garbo.
Oh, man.
All right, that's cool, Metacritic. Lame.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'd throw a Snake Eater on there.
Oh, that's true.
I think Snake Eater is a cooler game.
Oh my god. Cuphead.
I'm trying to think. What else? Cuphead?
No, I'm just looking. Well, I guess top games. How about we do that? XCOM 2. I'm just going to quickly. Divinity Original Sin, Undertale, Nero City Rampage, F1 2017, N++, Res Infinite, Cuphead, XCOM War. Oh, I guess that's the DLC.
So what is
SteamWorld
this?
Dig 2.
What is this? Why is M++ on there?
I don't know.
I mean, like,
it's just top games by Metascore. Let's do user score.
Okay, so top games by Metascore. That means N++ is that highly rated? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
89. You want to hear
89 gets to the top? We
Yeah.
don't have like 10 games that are 90 and up?
Well, 90 and up is before F1. So Retro City, Undertale, Divinity Sin, and XCOM 2. You want to hear
Metro, which one?
Metascore.
No, which Metro game was it?
Oh, Retro City Rampage.
Oh, Retro
XD.
City Rampage.
I don't even know what that game is. The hell?
I know what that game is. That's that 2D GTA throwback game.
Oh,
that was released
it's on
on the
Switch.
Wii.
The hell?
Yeah, it was
That's
Wii
pretty cool.
U, I think, first. Yeah, I played that game on PS4 for a minute. I didn't love it.
No. Okay, that sucks.
It doesn't suck. I mean, it's just not my speed.
Nah, man, it sucks. I'm just
Yeah, all right.
kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just throwing them out. Throwing the jokes out there.
You're gonna say memes.
I was.
I'm glad you didn't.
Let's I guess that's it. That's that list. And I don't know, man. Do you have anything else to talk about?
I mean, it's kind of a slow month so far.
Yeah.
I mean, Evil Within 2 came out. I haven't played that yet. Waiting on Wolfenstein, really. That's the big one that I gotta see where that one ranks on my games this year, because holy shit, I really like that first one. So hopefully the second one's good, or if not better. Yeah. And I don't know. It's funny because like the first half of this year, we've been talking about how amazing this year's been.
Oh, geez, yes.
And then the second
it's just
half
like
of this
it's
year,
declining,
it's just
isn't it? It's just
how disappointing this year is.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then like this week alone, like with all the stuff last week
it's like
too,
this
what
like
we found out.
month is so nasty, and like we've had such disappointments throughout the year, like Scalebound and stuff like that. So it's just like I don't know.
Developers got dropped too. That's like a pretty big thing, like in this year, if anything, for video games.
Yeah, and I mean, we've always had years where, like, I think every year some like crazy, horrible thing has happened in the industry where people, all lost their jobs or whatever, and like I don't know, it's just like and like it's funny because this year is like when I think of the top list of games that I love this year, I'm trying to think if they have any horrible flaw like Battlefront 2 or Shadow of War or anything.
Yeah.
Like the games I love this year, right? Let's see. I love Yakuza 0. Nothing there.
Nope.
Nier Automata. Nothing there.
Nope.
What I really like Neo. Was that this year? That was this year.
Yes, that was this year.
Yeah. Nothing there.
Wait, hold on. Let me double check that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I really like Injustice 2. That one seems like it has something, but doesn't. Like you can't buy loot boxes. You can buy shaders with that stuff actually. So yeah, that's kind of dirty, I guess. But that's about it for that game.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of other games that I really liked, but like
Persona
was this year?
Yep. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like Persona 5 was already released
in Japan.
In Japan, right?
But that came out this year.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Persona 5 came out in America this year. That's
okay, yeah.
crazy.
It is saying September 15 initial release.
September 15 of last year.
Of last year, yes.
In Japan. What's the North America
I think
release?
it's saying for Japan for sure.
No, I believe you. I think that it was this year.
Yeah, it says Japan September 15th, and then it came out worldwide April 4th, 2017.
April. Okay, yeah, right after. Are you sure Nier was this year then? What was Nier?
Nier was this year as well. Wait, sorry, not Nier. I was looking up Neo. Neo is February 7th, 2017 as well. I think Nier as well too. Yeah. Let me double check.
Nier was February.
Yep.
Yakuza was like January.
February 23rd.
When was Yakuza 0?
Yakuza 0? That was definitely this year as well, wasn't it?
Wow.
It was the same, like almost after Persona 5, wasn't it?
So these are all
March
just like right in the beginning.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so it's again doing the same thing, maybe, or initial release. Maybe it wasn't.
No, I believe it. I think all of these games came out this year in the very beginning of the year.
January 24th, 2017.
Yeah, we had a crate, and Breath of the Wild came out early, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and none of these games have like the horror show of loot boxes or anything like that.
No, for sure.
That's cool.
Come on, EA, step it up.
Wow.
Or step it down. Step it down.
Well, yeah,
sorry.
no, I mean it's just weird. It's like we've had like such a good early year, then like kind of a drought, and then this stuff is happening. But we just got a pretty cool Bethesda game in Evil Within.
I think we're just really scared, right? Because we're afraid that these games will eventually become what EA is becoming.
Well, we're just scared that like gaming as an industry.
I'm definitely scared of that.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we don't want it. We don't want like every game or most games, a lot of games. I don't want experiences. I don't want that to be the norm, and it is the norm so far, right? Like with Overwatch and like, what's that? A lot of these multiplayer shooters are doing this loot box stuff. And it's like, that's already bad. But then like Shadow of War was a big wake up call because it's like, this is a single player game that you're doing this to. And so don't do that, like, and it's like, I don't know. So it's like that was probably a game I would have looked forward to on some level beforehand, and now I'm definitely feeling differently about. But
yeah, most definitely.
We'll see. That game came out, by the way. How did it do score wise?
Oh, Battlefront?
No, Battlefront came out.
I don't know. What game are you talking about?
Shadow of War.
Oh shit.
I know that I've seen some reviews and people seem to dig it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm honestly, for me, I'm gonna let it go.
You're not gonna play it.
I'm gonna not let it go, as in like let people play it and like see like more reviews off of it. Like not only from like people that has already reviewed it, I think before the game came out, right? If that's even a thing. I'm seeing like 7. I'm seeing average scores right now.
Yeah, like what's the
Metacritic right now?
There's no Metascore.
That's
just an aggregate score, right? Like so, like
what I got from like Steam and like IGN and stuff. I'm seeing 82%.
Like that's IGN score.
This is Metacritic 82.
Okay, so like aggregating the big reviews outlets is okay. So yeah, it's like I bet that number would definitely be higher if the microtransaction stuff was different. Who knows though? Maybe it won't.
I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
Thank you for listening to Binch Bros podcast. We'll be tune in to listen for more bad news. Not really, but we usually are a lot more excited about talking about games. But this week, it just was not the best.
Yeah. Like I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but like, I don't hate hearing about negative stuff. Like, I mean, I hate it on one level because it sucks, but like it also it's also nice when I feel negatively about something and then I listen to this podcast and they're also feeling negatively about it. It's like, yeah, good, we're all on the same page. Like we all hate this thing. Like it's not going unchecked type of thing. Like,
but it sucks because we have to go through that emotion and like also through that trouble.
I mean,
like it's
sometimes stuff's shitty.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah, no, life can get way shittier than video games. Like
for sure,
this is nothing compared to like how shitty life can be. But yeah,
so stay tuned for more real in-depth video game podcasts. Podcastery. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, and I don't remember it right now, so I'm not gonna say it. But
yeah,
there was stuff I was listening to where I was like, oh right, Keo was talking about wanting to know more about the industry. He should definitely check this stuff out. If I remember that stuff, I will definitely toss it out there
for sure.
But like, yeah, there's a lot of more avenues for that stuff, and yeah.
See you later, guys.
Bye.